just take this moment of silence before we start. Alright, what's good with y'all, family? Hope y'all been taking care of yourself. Hope y'all been doing good and shit like that. Look, but we ready to have another one. You already know how I get, raw and uncut. Let's straight into it. This video was gonna be breaking down how to break the cycle in 2025. Now, this video was gonna go over something on YouTube that has been called dopamine detoxing, and I'm actually gonna give you a breakdown on what that actually is. A lot of your problems right now, financial, physical, spiritual, they're due to your overload on dopamine. Now, you might be thinking of this like, bro, he could be right, but what the fuck does dopamine even mean? What is that? What is the definition? Now, dopamine is a neurotransmitter. Just like you release endorphins when you go to the gym, you have happy chemicals, etc., etc. You have different things in your brain that play out different roles, have different functions, etc., etc. So what a neurotransmitter does in the brain is it takes what it is and it magnifies it. So for instance, right, if I give a tablet to a kid and the tablet has all the excitement that triggers your brain, because your brain gets triggered by different things. You ever asked yourself, like, when you think about something and it has a traumatic response, you automatically get sad, or you automatically start crying, or you automatically get in the mind frame of where you're just like, damn, I wish this feeling would go away. One, you haven't properly healed from that, and two, it still has a negative connotation because your brain controls and monitors everything. So you may have watched my previous videos where I talk about the subconscious mind. If you haven't watched those videos, go watch those videos. They lit, you feel me? I'll put them in the description if y'all fucking with them. But in those videos, I talk about reprogramming the subconscious mind is just critical control. Being more self-aware of what you're viewing, being more self-aware of what you're saying, being more self-aware of what you're indulging in, because your subconscious mind picks up everything. So, for instance, like I said with the analogy of the tablet, if I give a tablet to a kid, we all know kids are impressionable, they're still developing, they're still growing, right? And I put everything that a child will want to see, toys, games, visuals, pixels, etc. I'm damn near getting that child addicted to the dopamine of just being on a tablet. The clicks, the sounds, all of that. It's fucking them up early because one, they're building a dependence. So now you might have a kid right now, you might be watching my video, you could be a father, you could be a mother, and you're wondering why your kid is so addicted to the tablet, and you're not even looking at it from the perspective of like, my kid's not addicted to the tablet, my kid has a dopamine issue. Now, I use that for an example. Now let me get to you. You might have a porn addiction. You know what I'm saying? You might have a drug addiction. You might have all these form of dependencies, and you're trying to figure out how to either break them, or you're trying to figure out how to break free from what you're currently doing right now. For example, with the porn, right? You might find yourself for a few months going cold turkey. You might find yourself for 90 days, 30 days, 60 days. Shit, you might go a whole year without, you feel me, doing nothing. You just chilling, right? But you always start to see yourself coming right back to where you were. Whether if it's from you being triggered by an activity, you being triggered by... This is why I tell you so much in my videos, bro. Stop overly sexual. Like, if you're gonna overly sexualize something, like, you're always gonna get a negative from that. Like, it's to the point now, bro, where people are so overly sexualized that you can't even have a conversation with somebody sometimes without the, like, somewhat getting flirtatious or somewhat getting sexual, because we're just overly sexualized in today's society because there's so many triggers. This is why I say, bro, you have to be self-aware of the different triggers, and you have to be aware of the dopamine you're getting. Just like there's good and bad and everything, there's good dopamine and then there's bad dopamine. If I go outside and I go look at the sun and I put my feet in the ground and I get my circadian rhythm rebalanced how it's supposed to be, I'm in sync with I'm in sync with Mother Nature. That's healthy dopamine. If I'm outside and I'm just playing basketball or I'm doing push-ups, I'm working out and I'm just chilling, I'm getting healthy dopamine. That's making me happy. But if I get on my phone and I see somebody shaking their ass, or I'm scrolling and I see some porn or something and I get excited, that's unhealthy dopamine because my brain is getting dependent on doing that. So would you rather be dependent on social media, porn, all of these different apps, right? Or would you be dependent on going outside like a normal human being and doing what humans are supposed to be doing? So this is what I mean by rebalancing yourself and reprogramming the way you view these things. This is why I say, like, a lot of times we be knowing what the fuck we be doing. We just don't look at it from the standpoint of like, okay, well, how the fuck am I gonna, well, this don't, blah, 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 and then you just give up. This is why I'm telling you, bro, specifically with my people with addictions, dependencies, I need you to know, bro, that it's nothing but dopamine. Yes, there could be trauma lingering to this. Yes, this could be an addiction because you just done it so long. Like, ask yourself, right? For my people that really want to quit smoking, want to stop drinking or whatever, you feel me, on that tip, right? And it's like you stop doing it, but it's like when it's presented, it's like you just got to fight it off like you a junkie. Like, imagine you being a crackhead, right? And you just being a full-blown crackhead. You'll do anything for this drug, or you'll do anything to get that high back. And then you see yourself get away from it. And it's like when it presents itself, it becomes the most like beautiful thing ever. It becomes so attractive. But it's like when it wasn't around, out of sight, out of mind. So this is why I'm saying, like, if you don't go through the proper training, if you don't go through the proper programming to get your brain to start functioning properly the way it's supposed to, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I don't know if you're gonna be able to get as successful as humanly possible. I don't know if you're gonna be able to really attract that woman that you want. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to do the things that you really need to do within your time on this earth because you're out of sync. And it's not even really your fault, bro, because like I said, bro, like, this shit is all around us. So even if you don't watch porn, you might see yourself being on TikTok, or you might see yourself on socials, and you might just see some crazy shit out of nowhere. Now your brain is triggered. Now you want to go have sex for some random reason. Like, now you calling up girls, you lying, you doing stupid shit just to get some ass. Like, but you was just chilling. Like, now, but this is what I'm saying. Like, you have to be very self-aware of what you are looking at, very self-aware of what you are doing. Like, even when it comes down to watching movies, sex scenes, all of these different trigger points, these are things that are going to enact that dopamine, that want for it. So that addiction you think you have is a dependence on dopamine. You wanting to grab your phone and watch two people have sex, and you are a grown ass man. That is dopamine. You want dopamine. You wanting to light some smoke and smoke weed, no matter if it's just a black and mild, no matter what it is. And the want to do that is the need for dopamine. That's your brain wanting dopamine. Like, this whole time you've been trying to figure out, like, damn, like, why can't I get off the drugs? And why can't I just leave the porn alone? Or why can't I leave this situation alone? It just keeps resurfacing. No, nigga, you have not done the proper work. You have not done the cleansing. This is why I'm saying, bro, like, baby steps. But you have to have the correct knowledge to take it and go further with it. If you just stop watching porn, right? And it just keeps coming back. Keeps coming back. And it's like, it's at this point where it's like you damn near are an addict. Because you're fighting off the urge to watch porn. You're fighting off the urge to watch two people have sex. Whether it's because you haven't talked to girls, whether it's because you're not confident enough, all of these different social errors, right? All of these different pinpoints. what is the real cause of why you are doing this? You could keep making all these excuses. You gonna keep saying this and that. But what is the real cause of why you keep going back? I don't give a fuck about the reasoning. Why do you keep going back? Why do you keep going back to that toxic relationship? Why do you keep going back to those toxic habits? Why do you keep putting yourself in the same environments that are giving you the same result? If you've been hanging around niggas your whole life, and the niggas that you've been hanging around not growing, not trying to go nowhere, not trying to get out of a situation and get in a better one, why are you not seeing this as an opportunity for you to be the catalyst? For you to be this, right? Imagine this is you, and you in a situation like this, and this is your environment, or this is your mindset. But it's like when you open up, niggas stay like this. They close up even more. And you're trying to figure out like, damn, like why can't my niggas just open up? Why can't they open up their mind? Why can't they be open to new ideas? You know what I'm saying? Why can't they look at life from a different perspective? And it's like what you're going to do is you're going to see your stuff starting to drag along. You're going to see your life start to slowly fade away because there's a difference from potential energy and there's a difference from kinetic energy. If you have an idea, right? And this idea could change lives. This idea could make you the most profound, renowned creative of all time. The best hooper of all time. You feel me? But it's just a thought. It's just an idea that you're not ever going to act on because you don't think that it can happen. But imagine you act on that idea and you put it into motion. You act on that idea and you make that visual. You act on that idea and you make that clothing brand. You act on that idea and you open up your business. See, now, win, lose, or draw, you're moving on action. You're getting in motion. You know how people be like, I'm in motion or I'm having motion? That's all it is. It's just moving. You have to move to get somewhere, my nigga. If you sit still, if I'm in this chair right now and I just keep sitting still like this and I'm like, damn, well, I could change the world or I could help people or I could do this or I could do that, but I just sit still and I'm not doing nothing, I'm not going to go nowhere because I'm not going nowhere. Literally, I'm staying still. So this is what I'm saying. Like when it comes to breaking these addictions, forming new habits, doing new things, like your brain wants to do new things. This is why when you on the couch bored, this is the moment that you relapse. When you on the couch bored, this is the reason you do the things you know you're not supposed to be doing. Because your brain wants to move. Your brain wants to formulate new ideas. Your brain wants to act. This is what gives you that go. This is what gives you that drive. Nigga, without your brain, you are nothing. Without your brain, you can't formulate a sentence. You can't formulate a thought. You can't do nothing without the function of your brain. Your brain is more powerful than anything on earth, nigga. The downloads you get, the internal connection you have with yourself and the Most High, it's all coming from your brain. This whole thing we're experiencing, so-called earth, life, whatever the case may be, it's all a projection. Just like I said, the movie analogy, nigga, you're just in your own movie right now, just watching it. That's it. And you're just watching it play out for what it is. So when I say, bro, get in tune, get healthy, formulate new habits because you aren't going to go nowhere if you keep doing the same shit. I'm sorry to say this, but it's just the truth. If you keep drinking, you keep smoking weed all day, if you keep trying to chase chicks, you keep talking to hoes, like why are you even talking to hoes? What's the point? Why is you even talking to, like even if you just kicking it with a jump and you know that this could potentially be something sexual, why even put yourself in that situation? Like why, if you really on your shit, you really trying to get your bag up, because we know, bro, when you get on your shit, when you get your money right, when your physique is right, when your mental is right, women will crave that energy that you are now transmuting. I guarantee it. This is why every man on YouTube that makes this type of content makes the same fucking decision, which is, I've come to the conclusion that if I just focus on myself, everything will focus on me. It's no coincidence, bro. So this is why I'm saying, bro, like, If you keep doing the things that you know give you that conscious decision of, damn, I shouldn't have did that. Damn, I should have actually went about that another way. Damn, I should have thought about that a little bit more before I did that. Damn, I should have actually like made amends with that, or asked God for forgiveness for what I did, instead of going down the same route of feeling like it's nothing there, or going down the same route of feeling like whatever happens is going to happen and I'm just going to die, instead of making a choice to live. You know the coolest shit you could ever do, bro? The most gangster shit you can do, instead of being street, being tough, and doing all this tough shit, right? Is making a choice to live. Making a choice to be somebody that you can be proud of. Making a choice to be somebody your mom can be proud of. Making a choice to be somebody your family can be proud of. Your daughter, your son, soon to be, can be proud of. That's the toughest shit you could ever do, is making the choice to live. Make the choice to live. Make the choice to change your habits so you can see growth. Make the choice to be a better man. Not for you, for that version of yourself that you think about when you close your eyes. For that version of yourself that you keep dreaming and, damn, I could be that. Damn, I could do this. Damn, I could accomplish that. Do it for that version of yourself. Even when you at your 9 to 5, like, think about that version of yourself that you could be when you 22, or when you 21, or when you 23, and you you know what I'm saying, battering up the chicken right now, or you closing up McNuggets, you know, at McDonald's. Think about that right now, because that could be your future. You can be that businessman. You could be that spiritual analysis. You could be that motherfucking artist who signed or isn't signed and has a major fan base, has people that loves him for him, has genuine people around him, is a kind soul, isn't getting taken advantage of, and is just living life. Like, bro, a lot of this shit we be doing, bro, is just being too digital. Like, real live, bro. Like, bro, even if you just get off of social media for a few months and just see how your brain starts processing information, you might actually start getting more traction from females because you're walking in as truly you. You might be on social media so much that you think, I can't live and breathe without social media. You might get cold sweats not being on social media, not scrolling, not getting that dopamine, because it's a dependency. Now your brain is dependent. So the way you break a habit is formulating a new one. The way you rewire your brain is formulating things that are positive that your brain is going to start enjoying. Like I said, your brain needs things to continue to go. You can't just be a vegetable. So in order for you to break something, you have to give it something else. It's like if I take the cookies out of the cookie jar and I just don't replace it, it's nothing there. So you don't want to take these habits out and then not replace them. If you got a porn addiction, replace it with a reading addiction or a gym addiction, you know what I'm saying? Or a music making addiction, or, you know what I'm saying? Because addiction has a negative connotation to it. But if you replace the negative with the positive, if you got a gym addiction, I'm pretty sure you're going to have a nice ass physique. I'm pretty sure you're going to be laying it down because everything's going to be aligned. I'm pretty sure you're going to have hella confidence. I'm pretty sure if you have a self-improvement addiction, that nobody will be able to fuck up or stop anything you have going on, let alone a female, parents, friends, because you have a relentless strive for greatness. No matter what comes down that hill, you're going to keep running up that bitch. No matter if King Kong himself coming down that bitch, you're going to find a way to hit that nigga with a and get him up out of there. So this is how you make that step forward. Not by saying you're going to stop and then relapsing. Not by stopping and then relapsing again. Not by leaving it alone and then coming back to it because you got triggered. Do your research on dopamine. Do your research on what that means. Do your research on what dopamine dependency entails and how deep that rabbit hole goes. I will drop a podcast for y'all. I will drop my video on reprogram your subconscious mind in the description so y'all can really get the full scope of what that means. But that's all it is just dopamine. And like I said, just how there's good and there's bad, you got bad dopamine right now, You can rewire your brain to process new dopamine. You can get those neuroplasticity and the neuroplasticity in your brain, especially if you're young. That shit could get the booming, and you become another individual that you didn't even know was possible. Where you at is not where you want to be at. Where you at is where you currently at because you want to be there. You feel me? We all get a choice, my G. So make the choice to live. Make the choice to be somebody you can be proud of. Make the choice to change your life. I'm out.